Someone is about to leave. Someone is terrified of being left behind. And one life-changing decision could trigger a chain of events that nobody sees coming. First, it sounds like good news. The kind of news every parent dreams of hearing. A dream opportunity. A bright future. A chance to follow a lifelong ambition. But in Coronation Street, nothing is ever that simple. Because just as one family begins celebrating an incredible achievement, dark hints about a devastating future are already beginning to emerge. And if the latest clues are anything to go by, Betsy Swain's life may be about to change forever. The question is, will she even make it to London? The mystery begins with a secret. Not a crime. Not a betrayal. At least not yet. But a secret Betsy has been carrying alone. A secret she desperately wants to share. And a secret she's equally afraid to reveal. Because while everyone around her believes life is finally settling down, Betsy has been quietly waiting for news that could completely transform her future. Then the answer arrives. And everything changes. A place at the London College of Fashion. One of the biggest opportunities Betsy has ever dreamed of. The kind of achievement that could open doors she never imagined possible. The kind of achievement that could change the course of her entire life. For a brief moment, everything feels perfect. Exciting. Hopeful. Full of possibility. But that's only the beginning. Because achieving a dream is one thing. Walking away from the people you love is something very different. And suddenly Betsy finds herself facing an emotional dilemma she never expected. What happens when your future is waiting hundreds of miles away? And what happens when the people you love aren't ready to let you go? The first person Betsy turns to is Lauren Bolton. Trusted friend. Someone she feels safe confiding in. Someone who understands how complicated life can become when emotions get involved. As Betsy shares her exciting news, another fear quickly surfaces. Because while London represents opportunity, it also represents distance. Separation. Uncertainty. And for Betsy that creates an entirely new problem. Can a relationship survive when everything suddenly changes? Can feelings remain strong when two lives start moving in different directions? Or is this the beginning of a heartbreaking goodbye neither of them is prepared for? The questions immediately begin piling up. And Betsy doesn't have any answers. Yet another problem is already emerging. Because Lauren isn't the only person who doesn't know about the college place. In fact, the people whose opinions matter most have been left completely in the dark. And Carla. The two women who mean everything to her. The two people who have stood by her through every challenge. The two people whose reaction she fears the most. And that's where the real emotional conflict begins. Because Betsy already knows exactly how difficult this conversation could be. She knows how close she and Lisa have become. She knows how much time they spend together. She knows how much their relationship has grown. More importantly, she knows exactly how much Lisa would miss her. And that's what makes the situation so painful. This isn't simply about moving away. It's about potentially breaking a bond that has become stronger than ever. The closer Betsy gets to telling the truth, the more nervous she becomes. What if Lisa doesn't support the decision? What if she feels abandoned? What if pursuing her dream comes at the cost of hurting the people she loves most? Those fears begin weighing heavily on Betsy's mind. And for a while she considers staying silent. Avoiding the conversation. Delaying the inevitable. But secrets rarely stay hidden forever. Eventually the truth has to come out. And when it does, the reaction isn't what she expected. Gathered together in the kitchen, Betsy finally takes a deep breath and reveals everything. The college. The opportunity. The possibility of moving to London. The dream she has been quietly carrying for so long. For a split second the future hangs in the balance. Then comes an unexpected reaction. Carla is thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. Any fear of disappointment immediately disappears. Instead Carla sees what Betsy sees. Opportunity. A future worth fighting for. The excitement is impossible to contain. And for Betsy the support means everything. But one detail changes everything. Carla isn't the person Betsy was most worried about. Lisa is. And suddenly all eyes turn towards her. The atmosphere changes. The excitement gives way to uncertainty. Because nobody knows what Lisa is thinking. Nobody knows how she truly feels. And perhaps not even Lisa knows herself. How do you celebrate something that could take your daughter away? How do you encourage someone to follow their dreams when it means watching them leave? How do you put your own heartbreak aside for someone else's happiness? Those are the impossible questions now facing Lisa. And the answers won't come easily. But that's only the beginning. Because hidden beneath the emotional discussion about London lies something far more intriguing. Something producers have been quietly teasing for months. Something cast members have repeatedly hinted at. Something that sounds far bigger than a college application. A major storyline. A life-changing event. A shocking turn of events. Suddenly the focus shifts. Because if Betsy's future was simply about university, why are so many people talking about what comes next? Why are insiders warning of a dramatic twist? Why are cast members describing the storyline as huge? And why does it sound like Betsy's greatest challenge hasn't even happened yet? The clues are unsettling, especially when you look closer. According to those closest to the storyline, Lisa and Carla will soon find themselves united in a way nobody expects. Not because of wedding celebrations, not because of family milestones, but because Betsy will need them. Desperately. Those words alone are enough to raise alarm bells. Need them for what? What could happen that's serious enough to bring them together? What event is powerful enough to threaten Betsy's future altogether? The mystery deepens when insiders begin describing what lies ahead. A shocking turn of events. A life-changing development. Something that threatens to change Betsy's life forever. Not temporarily. Forever. Those aren't ordinary words. Those aren't casual hints. Those are warnings. And fans have started paying attention. Because whenever Coronation Street starts teasing a storyline in those terms, trouble is never far away. The possibilities are endless. Could Betsy become involved in danger? Could someone close to her be hurt? Could her London plans suddenly collapse? Could an unexpected tragedy change everything? Nobody knows. And that's exactly what makes the storyline so intriguing. The uncertainty is impossible to ignore. Then things become even more mysterious. Because Lisa actress Vicky Myers has also started teasing what's ahead. And her comments have only intensified speculation. She hinted that whenever Betsy is involved, Lisa will always be close by. Always watching. Always protecting. First, that sounds reassuring. Like a loving parent looking out for her child. But then came the words that changed everything. What's coming is huge. Powerful. Brilliant. Words chosen very carefully. Words designed to excite viewers. And perhaps prepare them for something enormous. But what exactly? That's the question nobody can answer. Not yet. Which means fans are left trying to piece together the clues themselves. And the more clues they examine, the more concerned they become. Because all signs point toward one unavoidable conclusion. The college storyline isn't the main event. It's the setup. The calm before the storm. The emotional foundation for something much bigger. Something much darker. Something capable of turning Betsy's world upside down. Perhaps even before she ever packs her bags. And suddenly her exciting future begins looking increasingly fragile. Because dreams have a habit of changing in Weatherfield. Plans fall apart. Lives are interrupted. And happiness rarely comes without a price. Especially when dramatic twists are waiting around the corner. For now, Betsy has every reason to celebrate. A dream college. A promising future. The support of Carla. And hopefully the blessing of Lisa. But lurking beneath that excitement is a growing sense of unease. A feeling that something isn't quite right. A feeling that bigger events are already beginning to move into place. And if the warnings are accurate, Betsy's acceptance into the London College of Fashion may soon become the least important thing happening in her life. Because somewhere ahead lies a shocking event. A life-altering moment. A twist powerful enough to unite Lisa and Carla in ways they've never experienced before. And whatever that twist is, it appears capable of changing Betsy forever. But if one thing is becoming clear, the biggest story isn't about whether Betsy gets into college. It's about whether fate will allow her to leave it all. Because as one dream begins, a far more dangerous mystery may already be unfolding behind the scenes. And when the next chapter finally arrives, Betsy Swain's future could look very different from the one she's imagining today. And if the shocking secret being teased is as devastating as insiders suggest, Weatherfield may be about to witness one of the most emotional stories of the year.